Hello. Let's say you just got a new camera. Are you more A, do you want to go to new places and take a lot of new photos? Or B, knowing how the photos are gonna look in general, do you prefer to go to familiar places? I would say I am more option B. I would prefer to go to familiar places and see how the photos come out compared to my other cameras. No, I didn't get a new camera, but I do have a new recipe that I shared a few weeks ago. And that to me is kind of like having a new camera. You have different colors, different settings, and because of that, they result in different images. I did show a quick comparison in my last Fuji video, but this time I just wanted to go to all the places that I've been to before, but photograph them with this new recipe. This is a place I go to on a regular basis, and I photographed it a number of times. But you might be saying, this is my first time seeing this place. What are you talking about? It's because every time I go there and take photos, I'm not really happy with the way they come out. This place can be extremely crowded, and when that happens, my freedom to take the photos I want to decreases. So I never really got to share the photos, but this time, I got a few. The thing about this picture is that I like where I was going with it. She's having coffee with a person across the table, and from where I was sitting, I was able to get a glimpse of her. Because of the sunlight and the reflection, you can't really see her face. You're not able to read her facial expressions. If I stood up and went closer to the window, I think I would have gotten a very clean picture, but that also means she was going to see me standing outside the window, try to take a picture of her. Not everyone's comfortable with it. So for now, this is what I have. Something I'm always interested in taking more photos of is the details of what people are doing. For example, he was writing in his notebook, and although I wasn't able to get a picture of that exact moment, here I was able to capture his belongings, his notebook, the pen, the phone. I just wish there was something to it, and I don't know what that it is. But now, here's this. This is the uncropped original picture. With this other customer waiting for her drink, this somehow feels more complete. Maybe it's the fact that there's another person in the photo. When we're looking at this uncropped original picture, to me, it gives a different story. When you look at the cropped version, it's about him. It's about what he is doing. It doesn't really tell a story about the place that he's in. I had a hard time deciding which I liked better because even though it's from the same picture, what you show and what you don't show really makes a huge difference. So a lot of people say do one thing every day that scares you. And while I understand the meaning behind that, I say do one thing every day that you don't want to do. And to me, on this specific day, was going to Santa Monica. It's just far. Getting there is a hassle, parking there is a hassle. But I just knew that on this day, if I were to go there, I would get a lot of good photos. There's a photographer named Vivian Meyer. She has an incredible library of works, but something that always stuck with me was her shadow self-portraits. And with that in mind, I thought it would be fun to have myself in the pictures with all these strangers. This was an interesting way for me to photograph this area, because every time I come here and cross the bridge, what I'm really focusing on is the bridge. I'm thinking about what can I photograph from the bridge and on the bridge. On this day, I wasn't looking for anything specific. I simply wanted to take some photos that tell stories. Here, we have a fruit cart with the worker on his phone taking a break, no customers around. While I was initially attracted to the colors of this photo, I wish I was able to wait a little more and get clear shadows of the people approaching from the right. Because yeah, those are shadows, but you can't really tell what they are or who they are. So if I waited a little bit, I would have gotten the head, the body, the arms, everything. In terms of storytelling, I think that would have been a better picture. We all know every time I came here, the weather was super gloomy, and I never got to photograph what I really wanted to. But this day was perfect for that. The sunlight was incredible, and that allowed me to photograph a lot of the things that I didn't get to the last few times. The way the guy on the right held out the roses, and the way the guy on the left was ignoring him. This, I feel like, is the kind of moment I've been wanting to photograph ever since the beginning. Something so candid, but you're able to imagine the feelings that these two people are having. Maybe the lady on the left too. The way that she's holding onto her hat, first of all, is incredible. And also the way the guy's twirling his ring with his fingers kind of makes me feel like they really wanted to ignore the person with the roses. I might be wrong, but these are the little details that I look for and want to photograph. This is so good. Oh.